Well, hi there everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Kareth and I love to show you how to make delicious meals in jars with freeze-dried ingredients. Today's recipe is for street tacos or carne asada, and it's very simple ingredients, but oh so delicious. I'm using beef dices, green chili peppers, onions, garlic. Now traditionally these are served in corn tortillas, but alas, I didn't have any. So I'm going to use what I have here. My seasonings are simple, but the technique is great and these are fantastic. Let me show you how I put it together. I'm starting with a pint-sized jar because all I was feeding today was me and my daughter. My husband is out of town, and so I just needed about 6 tacos to feed the 2 of us. They're small tacos. Into the bottom of the jar goes about a cup of our beef dices, and then on top of that I'm adding some green chili peppers and some sliced onions. Now you could also include some of the Lighthouse brand jalapenos if you like it really spicy, but I like the green chilies because they have a lot of flavor but not too much of the heat. The spices I used are very simple. It's freeze-dried garlic, Goya adobo seasoning, which is like an all-purpose seasoning with garlic powder, salt and pepper, and some paprika. And I ended up adding some extra kosher salt when I cooked this dish, so I went ahead and put that information there. You need a couple of packets of true lime. That lime adds some brightness to the dish. And then an oxygen absorber if you want to store this on your shelf for a good long while. And this is our jar. And the idea here is if you make this recipe and you like this recipe, you could make up a couple of these jars at a time so you have them on your pantry shelf. Whenever you're ready to make this dish, go ahead and open up those true lime packets, put that lime powder in there, and then this is the technique that I like to use for this particular dish. I like to add really hot water straight to the jar. So that's near boiling water just straight out of my kettle. And I add enough of it to where it completely fills the jar and the ingredients start to float. And then I just kind of put that lid back on there and let it sit for at least 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. And then when I put a spoon in there, I realized, yeah, that's really nice. It's ready to cook at this point. So I got out a kind of a medium to large skillet and turned on the heat to medium high. And you can empty your jar into the skillet. And this is what your beef should look like. It should be nice and tender. And it will have absorbed all of those seasonings that were in the jar as it was refreshing. I just really like that technique. So once you put it in the skillet, get your heat going, and what you're trying to do here is just cook off that water. It's full of flavor, so you want the flavor to stay, the seasonings to stay, but you want to get rid of that water. And this will take about 5 minutes or so for that water to evaporate. And then you can just make a well in the middle of the skillet. And you'll just add a couple tablespoons of some sort of neutral flavored oil. I used avocado oil. And what you're doing here is you just want to saute those ingredients because you really want the flavor that comes from sauteing in a little bit of oil. So saute those onions and those green chili peppers and the beef as well. When you saute meat and vegetables and seasonings in a little bit of oil, you're just going to get better flavor. And this will take about 5 minutes or so is all you need. Just as soon as you develop some fond on the bottom of your skillet, then it's probably ready at that point in time. It'll be nice and good and browned. You can turn off your heat and pull it at this point. All I did here was add just maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons of water, and that helped to loosen the fond off the bottom of my skillet because I wanted to bring that up and incorporate it into my carne asada. I didn't want to leave that flavor on the bottom of the skillet. So this is what your meat should look like at this point. If you'll notice, the veggies are nice and sauteed, the beef is good and browned, and I think you can probably tell just how tender that's going to be. It's kind of fallen apart tender, and that's what we're looking for. So now you can assemble your tacos, and like I said, traditionally these would be on soft corn tortillas, but yeah, I'm just going to work with what I have. The tostada shells is all I had, and let me tell you, it's still delicious. It's very, very good. You'll want to top these with some fresh cilantro, some fresh sliced onion, and some salsa verde, which is the green salsa. And when I went to get some onions, I realized, I don't have any onions. So I went to pull an onion from my garden and out back, and I had the tiniest little onion that I pulled up. And yeah, so I just thought that was kind of funny. But it was good. It tasted good. This is the kind of street taco that is served from food trucks and Tex-Mex restaurants all around me. This is the kind of filling they put into street tacos. And this tastes very authentic. I like to show you different techniques and use different spices here on my channel because I want to show you how you can get really great flavor out of your freeze-dried foods. And to me, I think when you are dealing with freeze-dried beef, sometimes it can tend to have a dried beef flavor to it even after you cook it. So if you use these spices and this technique, it's going to completely mask that dried beef flavor and just give you yummy Tex-Mex flavor. And so anyway, be sure to use the seasonings and use the salsa verde. All that will really help bring the best flavor from your food. All right, guys, I'll include the full recipe down below as well as my shopping link in case you want to pick up any of the Thrive Life ingredients you see featured in this video. I'm also going to include my website where you can purchase a copy of my ebook cookbook. I have a cookbook in ebook form as well as in paperback form, and it's the same content. It's got over 90 recipes from my YouTube channel for meals in jars. And it's a great cookbook to have on hand. People are really enjoying it. I'll link both of those below. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you don't mind, please hit the like button and then leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've ever had street tacos before and what you think about them. I hope you'll enjoy this recipe. Please let me know your thoughts below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And until next time, y'all take care and keep thriving.